Alright, so we're back on some Jujutsu Kaisen. Now from when I'm recording this, Global is currently in maintenance, but that's okay. That is a-okay. What we're here to talk about is JJK, primarily the global version, because that's the hot cake right now. And a lot has been said in terms of what recently has happened. The fact that we had two scheduled banners and events releasing literally 3 days apart. Unheard of. Never have I ever seen a gacha game ever do that. To me, this was just mind-boggling. Obviously, I already mentioned in the video that when I initially saw the tweet, I was genuinely shocked. I was like, what on God's green earth is happening? I thought it was probably a mistake on their end when they made the tweet, but lo and behold, two events, two banners, 3 days apart. What is happening? The rush for global is disgusting, and realistically this could be the end of it. Not as well, I say that if they consistently rush things on global, then ultimately yes, it will be the end of it, because it's just like you're not giving us time to prepare. If there's multiple events going out at once, it can really be overwhelming because stamina is going to be an issue. There's a lot that's going to be factoring in on how they can kind of kill the game by the way that they're approaching introducing new piece of content, rather than evenly spacing it out, throwing it in a week span. It's just no. That's something you just do not do, especially with it being a gacha game. So that caused a lot of trouble, and that officially has left a lot of I guess bad thoughts in people's mind to say that where is global leading? How, you know, the way that they're treating global doesn't seem to be right, you know. And then, you know, on top of that, I've already mentioned this before, but you know, just to kind of re-say it, you know, when it comes to the goal, well, when it comes to summoning as a whole, this is very old school vibe gacha where you basically summon, you've got low rates, and the pity system is stupidly ridiculously high to where in order to guarantee yourself a character, the pity is requiring you to spend 75,000 cubes, which obviously for pay to win, that's going to be extremely expensive, and for free to play, we're never ever gonna get there. I mean, at a later stage they did apply these, but I've already spoken about these. This is such a BS system, because it's like, you know, I don't know, you do 10 multis, but if you want the PT to carry over, they can only carry over 50% of the 10 multis that you've done, so you can only carry over 50. It's so scammy. Yeah, I absolutely hate that. I don't know why they just didn't make it like, hey, you did a multi, so you can spend your PT points to buy a card that then carries over, right? It's just like, why are you taking half of my pity away? It makes no sense, right? So scammy. Leading into the release of global, I was really hoping that changes would come, because of course I'm on JP, and everything that you're seeing here is the exact same for global in terms of how the game works, the pity system, etc. I just really thought they might would have switched things up, changed things up, of course, make it so that it's more better, more fairer, but unfortunately nothing has changed. And the fact that they're now speeding up content, people are now feeling it, and it is not a good thing. It is not a good thing. If you're free to play, we are absolutely cooked. And the one time where I decide to be free to play on a game, and they're on the verge of potentially ruining it. But yeah, if we're free to play, we're cooked. Like, there's no other way to put it. We are genuinely cooked, because, you know, I've finished story. I don't know when more stories are going to get added. They're rushing the event. There's so many events to do in one go. I mean, in this situation, this is actually fairly chill, because I've farmed out this one. Then the next events started. I've nearly farmed out that one, and then so for JP it was kind of evenly done, and plus I do have a lot of stamina just kind of saved up, as you guys can see, so that's why it's not exactly that big of an issue. But for all to happen with the first week of global, that is a no-go. So that, yeah, the way they've approached global within the first week is ridiculous. You know, was it when it comes to global getting rewards and whatnot, I know that the whole 8 million, again, something I spoke about, you know, 8 million downloads and hey, you get a guaranteed banner, but it's paid crystal only. What? Like, I get it, like, regardless if it wasn't paid crystal, I wouldn't have summoned on it, but like, for like a regular person who I guess doesn't or just kind of casually plays the game, might have wanted to utilize that. Pay gems only, and then hey, you get 1,000 cubes. Typically, when any other game does 8 million downloads, I would expect a multi, or at the very least 10 regular tickets for the regular banner. But instead they said, here's 1,000 cubes. What? 3 singles? Hell, 8 million downloads and you give me 3 singles? You couldn't even give me 10 tickets for the regular banner to do? Like, what? Yeah, I mean, again, with the global side of things, this is something typically that we see where global always gets shafted on rewards. This is one thing which I also mentioned. I'm just like, they better treat global the way that they treat JP in terms of hitting rewards and giving away like 2,500 or not 2,000, 3,000 cubes for a multi, or a multi in ticket form. And yeah, I was right. They are cooking global as per usual. So that is not a good thing. So a lot to kind of take in terms of how things are. I mean, the game itself is a bit of a struggle already when it comes to gaining resources. I know people are trying to get their power level up. I just think with the approach that they've done global so far, it's just not it. You know, the gacha system is outdated, pity system is practically impossible, and the other that is going to cost a lot. The speed of the updates are just stupidly ridiculous, and they need to calm it down. Otherwise, it's going to be the be all end all. They need to chill on the events. Either they chill on the events, or you give us more of these on a daily basis, for the love of God, because stamina is crucial more than ever now, especially with the very beginning of global. And I did say that working on events is one way to kind of capitalize on gaining resources, but if you've got multiple events going at once, which is going to be hugely beneficial to everyone, because of course, you know, the people out there do want the currency, do want the medals, do want the recollection cards, of course, right? At the very least, you can give us a stamina, because after the maintenance now, we're gonna have 3 events. I haven't even completed the first one. So I'm expecting stamina, for the love of God. Like, help us. Give us something. Now, another thing is that obviously with Global's launch, there was a lot of paid banners, and I saw a lot of people kind of like look at that and be like, oh God, I know what direction this is going to go in. And the thing is that I low-key kind of expected it, and so did a few other people, because the minute Global was announced and Billy's name was attached to it, yeah, a lot of us just came out to say, oh, incoming pay to win. And not as in like, oh, regular gacha pay to win. No, but yeah, more like, yeah, we're gonna really push the pay to win, paid gems agenda. And lo and behold, that's exactly what they're doing. So it was kind of predicted from seeing that name stamped with the global version of the game, which is very unfortunate. Do I think anything's gonna come about it? Do I think change will come about? I'm gonna be 100% real. I don't think any change will come about. I feel like they're gonna rush things and they're gonna run it to the ground. That's my I'm being real as possible. I think that's what's gonna happen. And I can't even click anything. What the hell's going on? Okay, whatever. In terms of content wise, this was a problem for JP for, well, now a whole year, right? Pretty much, boys, what JJK Phantom Parade is going to be like is a new banner drops with a new character, and then an event drops. Next update, a new banner drops with a new character, and then an event drops. And that is pretty much going to be the process. One of the biggest complaints for JP Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade from the player base was that this game is dry. There is no new content. It's just new character, and then event that we've previously played beforehand, like the concept of it, right? And that's it. That's basically it. In a way, to how I play this game, it's more of a side piece type game, so that's why I'm just like not overly playing it. But now that I'm kind of creating content on it and whatnot, it's just like, god damn, alright, hold on a minute. I'm gonna need the developers to kind of spice things up a bit. So that's why I'm hoping with First Year Anniversary, maybe they cook something up, add some form of uniqueness to the game, something fresh, something exciting. But hand on heart, probably will be the same. I mean, to be fair, I'm excited for the character, but outside of that, I feel like it's going to be generically the same in terms of what we've had month in, month out, of course. So the state of global right now, it's not looking too good. If they continue the the speed of releasing content so close together. I don't know why they decided to do it, but it's clearly money orientated on why they decided to do what they did, which is stupid, absolutely stupid. But changes need to come about. Changes need to come about. I will say this, look, at the end of the day, the end result for this game is that I want it to succeed. I do enjoy it. It's a nice side piece game. I enjoy playing it on the side. It's casual. It's easy to play on my phone. It's for what it's worth, especially with, I guess the gameplay was a bit off looking at the very beginning, but like I like it. It's a chill game. I just hope that the developers make the right changes, because you know they've got one massive IP, and here's the thing, the hype is unreal whenever like a new Gojo drops. Now, you know, first anniversary we're gonna get Sukuna, that's gonna be a massive, like, there's a lot of hype and potential for this game with how old school it really is. But the potential is there. I just need the developers to wake up and not screw things up. The fact that we're 1 week into Global right now, and they have messed up royally, I'm afraid for the future. That's all I'll say.